Exploitation is defined as treating someone unfairly in order to gain an advantage. Exploitation is the foundation of many other injustices. It is seen throughout the prostitution system and is the sole reason why people are groomed and trafficked. Exploitation can take on the form of many things. Although we most often think of exploitation for sex and labor, it can also be present when not paying a fair price for a piece of fruit or a handmade gift. No matter the type, the person being exploited is being taken advantage of. They are being used in an unfair, immoral, or illegal way in order for someone else to gain benefit. Usually, this is money, but it could also be favors or status. Some groups of people are more vulnerable to exploitation, like minority groups, the uneducated, and children with no family structure. However, there is a common thread moving throughout these groups. That is financial strain. When someone is under financial strain and cannot pay for basic necessities, they become desperate. And desperate people will do anything, even if it means getting exploited. For instance, if you have not worked in months and someone offers you a job for less than minimum wage, wouldn't you take it? If you are a mother and your kids have not eaten in several days and someone offers you money for sex, would you feel like you have much choice in the matter? But as vulnerable as the desperate and those under financial strain are to exploitation, it's important to remember that everyone has vulnerabilities. Vulnerability is defined as the state of being exposed to the possibility of attack or harm, either physically or emotionally. You see, vulnerability actually comes first, and after it is found, exploitation is the next step. Take a door, for example. If the lock is fragile, then that is the door's vulnerability. To exploit this vulnerability, one would simply need to take a hammer to break the lock and thus gain entry. Vulnerability is not limited by race, gender, or economic status. A successful businessman can have just as many vulnerabilities as a teenager. Now that smartphones have reached every corner of the globe, exploitation can be accomplished without any face-to-face contact. It targets anyone with a vulnerability. A girl facing the divorce of her parents will have vulnerabilities like loneliness, confusion, and sadness. Where will she turn for affirmation and support? Her smartphone with all of her friends and followers just waiting to comfort her. Online exploiters can easily disguise themselves and blend in. They search through social media looking for vulnerabilities and will then use the grooming process to gain trust. They can be sitting anywhere in the world and exploit multiple people at the same time. A teenager on a gaming app gets invited to play with someone they do not know. A friendly chat begins with the stranger, and a false friendship is formed. The teenager begins to trust this person, and over time, secrets are shared. Many times, sexual photos are exchanged and then used as blackmail. This is a growing form of exploitation called sextortion, and it can be achieved 100% online. So whether it is a prostituted person on the street, a parentless child begging for food, or a lonely and confused teenager, vulnerabilities exist, and therefore exploitation can occur. Exploitation takes place among every race and socio-economic class. No one is exempt. But what does all of this have to do with full decriminalization or legalization? As mentioned earlier, the prostitution system would not and could not exist apart from exploitation. You cannot separate the two. Making the prostitution system legal essentially makes sexual exploitation legal. The full decriminalization or legalization of the prostitution system allows for increases of related crimes such as assault and rape. It also creates an environment in which organized crime can flourish. When the prostitution system is legal, it hinders law enforcement's ability to investigate and assist victims of related crimes. As believers, we are called to follow the example of Jesus and fight against evil in this world. Christians should stand against social injustices like exploitation. That is why it is important for you to say no to anything that keeps a human in an exploitative position. To protect the vulnerable, Say yes to the Sankara equality model, which assists people exiting the prostitution system while still punishing those who benefit from their exploitation.